You live in an illusion that your husband is everything, your wife is everything, but let me tell you the fact that if you die today, after 1 year, either it is your husband or your wife, they would be having a wedding night with somebody else. But I'm not saying here that you should get detached with all these things. You should get detached from your husband, your wife, your children, your boss, your job, and this and that. No, you play your drama well. You enjoy that drama, you get involved into that drama, you love your children, you love your wife, you love your husband, you love your work and company, and do the things that you want to do, but don't get entangled with them. To have control over your emotions, there are two ways. One is a practical and technical way. Another is the way of wisdom. When I say practical and technical ways, you must try to understand that any emotion or any experience that happens into the human system has actually chemical basis to it. Either it is happiness or it is sadness, either it is love or it is hate. Any kind of human experience that happens into the human system is a certain kind of chemistry. What I mean to say by this is, let's say if you have anger in this moment, or if you have hatred in this moment, then hatred is a certain kind of chemical composition which happens into your brain. At the same time, love is another kind of chemical composition into the brain. So practical and technical way is like this, that if you have certain mastery over the chemistry of your brain, then you can set the chemistry of your brain in such a way that no matter what happens around you, no matter what situation you go through in your life, your chemistry of the brain would be set of bliss, would be set of joy. But if you practically see today that most of the experiences that are happening in your life are happening in the reactions of external situations. At some point of time, your wife will do something that you don't like. At some point of time, something may happen in your job, maybe in your business, maybe something may happen with your children. In those reactions, your emotions are happening, and that is why you say that you have become emotional towards your parents, you have become emotional towards your children, towards your husband and wife, towards your work and company, and all these things are happening because all your human experiences and emotions are happening in reaction. So the technical and practical way is just this, that there are some meditational practices, there are some yogic practices. So if you practice those practices for some period of time, you will see that the chemistry of your brain will become the chemistry of bliss and joy, and then no matter what happens in your life, your emotional agility will become so strong that situations will not impact you so strongly. 3 years back, there was a time in my life when I used to get emotional about all different kinds of situations. This kind of emotion and that kind of emotion, sometimes fear, sometimes insecurity, sometimes jealousy, sometimes all kinds of emotions, I would say. But from last 1 year, when I started practicing this yogic practice called Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, I would say that my emotional stability and emotional agility has become so strong that external situations do not control me to the level that it used to. I'm not saying that I have become emotionless. Still, emotions are there and emotions are good. The only problem is that you should not become slave of your emotions. Rather, you become boss of your emotions. Now you have control over your emotions. So this was the practical and technical way. The second way of controlling your emotions is the way of wisdom. When I say wisdom, if you practically observe your life, you will see that most of the life that you have been living, you majorly live in all kinds of illusions. When I say illusions, either it is your company that you're working for, either it is your children, or it is your husband and wife. You have all kinds of crazy illusions in your mind which are actually making you entangled so much in your emotions. But let me tell you the fact that the company that you have been working for, that you're getting emotional towards, if you die today, within 30 days somebody else will be there in that company and nobody will give the damn that where the hell did you go. So it is an illusion that you create in your mind. You have children, you have your daughter, you have your son, for which you think that they are their life and they are everything for you, and you are becoming so emotional and you are becoming so deadly desperate about your children. But let me tell you the fact, either it is your daughter or it is your son, when they become 20, 25 or 30, when they get married, somebody else or something else will become more important for them than you. There may come even the time that they will even bloody forget you, they will not even give a damn to you. So why am I saying this fact to you? Because you live in an illusion that they are everything. At the same time, you live in an illusion that your husband is everything, your wife is everything. But let me tell you the fact that if you die today, after 1 year, either it is your husband or your wife, they would be having a wedding night with somebody else. So why am I saying all these things? That we always live in illusions. We create so much of illusions in our mind about all kinds of relations with the people, all kinds of relations with the entities, all kinds of relations with the situations, and we become so emotional and we get entangled into them. But I'm not saying here that you should get detached with all these things. You should get detached from your husband, your wife, your children, your boss, your job, and this and that. No, you must understand that either your life is of 50 years, 60 years, 70 years. Your life is like a play. Your life is like a drama. Your life is like a movie which is running on the screen. So it is important for you that when you are playing a drama, when you are playing on the screen, or when you are playing such kind of role in your life, either you are a husband or you are a wife or you are a father or you are a mother, you play your drama well. You enjoy that drama, you get involved into that drama, you love your children, you love your wife, you love your husband, you love your work and company and do the things that you want to do, but don't get entangled with them. So that is what I am trying to say, that this is the way of wisdom, this is the way of clarity in your life. The more you get into the illusion, the more emotional fragile you become. The more you come out of illusion and come closer to the reality, you will see that your emotional agility will go high. So these are the two ways. One is a practical way, one is a technical way, which is a meditational way, in which you can actually set the chemistry of your brain in such a way that no matter what happens around in your situations, your chemistry of the brain will be of bliss and joy. Another way of become emotional agile is to have the wisdom and clarity within yourself that your life is not an illusion, it is a reality, and you just play a drama of your life and play with it joyfully, play the way you want to play it, but don't get entangled into it. Because it is very important for you to understand that the life that you are being so serious about and so emotional about, even you will die.